The secret to the scary disease, diabetes 2, has finally been found. June 19th, 2024. Dr. Mitchell KATZ, a leading physician and editor of JAMA Internal Medicine, along with his team at New York City Health and Hospitals, has made a significant discovery. Their research explores the potential impact of Jinlida herbs on type 2 diabetes management. This discovery raises exciting questions. Will a natural herb like Jinlida be the key to reversing this disease? Can Jinlida herbs truly transform how we approach type 2 diabetes? And will they offer new hope for those living with the condition? In this video, we will uncover the miraculous findings of this recent research discovery. Thanks to Dr. KATZ's research, we have a front row seat to how Jinlida herbs can revolutionize both preventive and treatment approaches to type 2 diabetes in the coming years. Before we get into these amazing impacts of Jinlida by the JAMA International Medicine, it's important to note that this video is for educational purposes only. It's not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. So how many people took part in this study and where did it take place? The study by JAMA Internal Medicine involved 885 participants who were between the ages of 18 and 70. These people were monitored for over 24 months, which is over 2 years and all. The participants took part in a program to improve their lifestyle. This included monthly exercise sessions, changes to their diet, and other healthy lifestyle modifications. They also got a booklet with tips for daily habits, like exercising regularly, balancing protein and carbs, eating more fiber, and cutting down on their salt intake, and so on. According to Dr. Mitchell, all the participants were split into 2 groups. One group took 9 grams of Jinlida granules 3 times a day, while the other group took an inactive drug, placebo, 3 times a day. This setup helped researchers to see firsthand how well Jinlida granules worked, along with the lifestyle changes they had implemented to prevent diabetes and manage health-related issues. What did the researchers have to say about this study? This is what the researchers had to say. To our knowledge, our study was the first to investigate the synergistic effects of traditional Chinese medicine, TCM, and lifestyle modifications among participants with IGT, abdominal obesity, and metabolic disorders. This means they combined traditional Chinese medicine TCM with the very usual prevention methods, like healthy lifestyle changes, for the first time to see how effective it is, and it worked perfectly. But how did the participants who take only Jinlida do over their counterparts who didn't? Results showed that people who took Jinlida had a lower chance of getting diabetes. They also saw improvements in their waist size, body mass index, BMI, and cholesterol levels. This means they lost some belly fat, they were able to manage their weight better, and they had a healthier cholesterol. All of which is a major risk factor for diabetes and other metabolic disorders. Did the study affect their blood sugar levels? Their blood sugar levels, both after meals and when fasting, went down significantly. This is important because it means their blood sugar was better controlled throughout the day. In addition to that, their HbA1c levels, which show how well blood sugar is controlled over the past 2 to 3 months, also improved significantly. What about their cholesterol level? Jinlida also helped with cholesterol profiles too. Participants experienced that their bad cholesterol, LDL, and triglycerides, a type of fat in the blood, lowered. These are fats that can increase the risk of heart-related diseases. At the same time, there was an increase in the good cholesterol, HDL, which helps the body protect itself against heart-related disease. This means Jinlida not only helps with diabetes, but also improves heart health. So, how long has Jinlida been on the market, and how effective is this study? Another study, The amazing thing is, Jinlida is not some new traditional Chinese medicine on the market. This is not the first study to suggest Jinlida's effectiveness for blood glucose management. It's been around for a while and has shown to be effective for managing blood sugar. A 2021 study in the Journal of Diabetes Research concluded Jinlida granules can improve glycemic control and glycemic variability in patients with newly diagnosed type 2 diabetes. This means Jinlida granules can help control blood sugar levels in people with newly diagnosed type 2 diabetes. In China, for instance, Jinlida granules are routinely used either alone or with other medications such as metformin. This means that Jinlida is often combined with other diabetes treatments to enhance its effectiveness. What most people do is they usually take the granules with warm water. The granules are part of a broader approach to traditional Chinese medicine that has gained popularity because many people believe it works well. But how exactly does Jinlida work in the body? According to another recent research in Scientific Reports, the exact mechanisms by which Jinlida works remain unclear. However, it is believed that Jinlida may help regulate blood sugar levels by improving insulin sensitivity and reducing inflammation. This makes it a valuable option for diabetes management, especially for those looking for alternative or additional treatments. So then why is this treatment not on the US market today? Issues for all herbal treatments in the US. The only issue with Jinlida is, since it's a herbal treatment, getting it approved by the FDA is really tough. If Jinlida were a regular pill, people would be asking what stage it was at in the FDA approval process. But for herbal formulas, it's a bit more complicated. Manufacturers need to prove that the herbal product is always the same in terms of ingredients and dosage, and that it's safe and effective. This is hard because plants can vary a lot depending on where and how they're grown, and they have complex chemical compositions. Even if they manage to prove it's safe and works well, the cost of getting FDA approval in the US is super high. For example, in 2024, just applying for approval alone costs over $4 million, which is significantly up from the $3.2 million in 2023. This is a huge amount for smaller companies. Even though recent studies show Jinlida can lower the risk of developing diabetes, doctors in the US can't prescribe it because it's not FDA approved. But people can still get similar formulas from traditional Chinese medicine practitioners or herbalists. And if you know anything about traditional Chinese medicine, TCM, you know how highly effective they are. As Dr. KATZ said, as editors of JAMA Internal Medicine, we want to be open to treatments other than pharmaceuticals, yet we recognize that the barriers for herbal treatments may preclude their being approved as medications. So while the FDA's strict rules ensure safety and effectiveness, they also make it really hard for beneficial herbal treatments to get approved and reach the market. So what is the next step for Jinlida herbs? Takeaway from the extensive research conducted, Jinlida seems to be a pretty solid option for managing diabetes, especially if you're into traditional Chinese medicine. Its ability to help control blood sugar levels and improve insulin sensitivity is impressive. Plus, it's been around for a while and is commonly used in China, often alongside other meds like metformin. While the path to FDA approval is incredibly challenging and costly, many herbal formulas may never become officially approved medications due to the stringent requirements and high costs involved. As a result, consumers might have to rely on traditional Chinese medicine practitioners or herbalists to access these treatments. Here is where it gets interesting. Jinlida offers a more natural approach to diabetes management, which can be appealing if you're looking for alternatives or complementary treatments. The benefits it brings to the table are hard to ignore. So, if you're exploring different ways to keep your blood sugar in check, Jinlida might be worth considering. And speaking of miraculous health discovery, did you know olive oil has miraculous health benefits most people don't know about? Click on this video above to learn how olive oil helped Veronica manage her weight, improve her general well-being, among other things for her health. Also, click the subscribe button right below this video and let us know what kind of topics you'd like to hear about in future videos by posting in the comments below. We'll see you next time on NATURALdocTV.